In a bid to celebrate the International Youth Day, the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network, in collaboration with Oxfam, Work in Progress Alliance, and others, held a press briefing on 12 August 2021 to acknowledge the efforts and innovation of the youth so far. The group sought the presence of other well-meaning persons such as representatives from the British Council and others to discuss on transforming the food system and youth innovation in Nigeria. According to the Executive Director of Nigerian Youth SDGs Network, Mr. Joshua Alade, this day is commemorated to encourage and indulge youth in creating a platform and profile solutions towards achieving their dreams, creating a favorable environment and financing their needs.
4 years ago, on International Youth Day like this, was when the network was formally launched. So it's been 4 years and of celebrating the resilience, the power, the innovation, and the creativity of young people. And we also believe that when young people are given the right supporting systems, they have the right policies and programs for their development, they can be able to transform their community. We've seen what young Nigerians have done, especially at the time of COVID-19, coming together, young people making hand sanitizers, setting up food banks, and a whole lot of other things, telemedicines, because we want to make sure that we can end COVID. And for this year's International Youth Day, we are focusing a lot on ending hunger and also ensuring that we can achieve food security in Nigeria.
Today, we join the rest of the world in celebrating the talent, hard work, and the achievement of young people in Nigeria and also all across the world. At Oxfam in Nigeria, young people are at the heart of what we do, and they constitute a key target group in our programming. There are so many young people all across that are doing very remarkable work in this space. And together with Oxfam and the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network, we're also looking to see how we can also support young people in this space, to see how we can also build their capacity, support them with the financial needs they need, financial credit they need, for them to be able to better start and grow their businesses.
According to him, innovative ideas on food security have been brought forth by several Nigerians, especially during the emergence of the COVID-19 era, and this is a sign of better days ahead. While speaking to the press, Mrs. Rose Kefas, the SA to the Senior Special Assistant to the President, SDG, highlighted the essence of the day to help appreciate and encourage youth towards innovative ideas with regards to stabilizing a favorable environment towards sustaining a favorable agricultural system in the country.
So generally, the International Youth Day was set up to raise awareness on youth engagement and participation, to look at issues of young people and how do we address them, and how do we support young people. And if you look at the young people are the most population in the world, with Africa, particularly Africa and Nigeria, have the highest young population. They say over 60% of our population are young people are below 24. So it means we need to work, we need to engage them, we need to put them in meaningful employment, we need to give them access to food, financing, and all. The issue of youth employment has been a great concern for Nigeria and the government as a whole. But I think, coming from the government perspective, it's one of the cardinal objectives of the ARGP, job creation, which ended 2020, and you're looking at the medium-term development plan and the long-term development plan, Agenda 2050 by Nigerian government. One of the key priority of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration is job creation, and we've done that through different initiatives. The youth, you've heard of the Youth Fund by the Ministry of Youth of over 75 billion to give young people access to grant. When they have access to finance, they can do businesses to promote entrepreneurship. So we don't all have to wait for white-collar job. And if you look at Nigerian youth, they're the most innovative young people in the world. So we're looking at how, through the service industry, through technology, how they can gain meaningful employment of themselves. Look at the world. The world has changed. Not everybody can be in civil service. There's no space. In fact, Nigeria spends almost 90% of its expenditure on running government. But you see, in terms of the entrepreneurship space, I agree with Mr. President. All what government needs to do is create enabling environment. So if you look at the medium term that ended, the ARGP, one of the things is economic growth, job creation, human capital development. What I can just say is I think Nigeria needs to make more emphasis on investing in her people. We have young innovators, we have young people who are passionate. If you look at most of the investment that have come, especially in the tech space, especially in the service industry, has been very huge. We hear of Flutterwave, Andela getting millions of dollars of grants and support. 54 Jane got about 10 billion naira, So it's just for us to invest in our people. Human capital development is the biggest problem in Nigeria. So it's not about that there are no jobs, but the right people in those jobs is the biggest problem.
And the theme for this year's event is transforming food system. And we know something about the fact that we know that food is expensive, people are hungry, especially in Nigeria, rising food prices and all that. So what we are doing is that we are looking out for young people who have agric innovations. We did a call for young people with agric innovations, and we had about 403 young people, entrepreneurs in the agric space, who applied for the food systems challenge, and we shortlisted 24 of them as finalists. And today we are going to be knowing the top 3, and each of these young people, they are going to be getting 200,000 naira grant to support the agric innovation that they have. Government needs to call young people and ask that, what do youth really want? Because that is what we call meaningful youth engagement. So first you need to bring young people together and ask that, what is the challenge? And young people will tell you what the challenge is and how you can solve it. Not you coming up with an idea for youth and say, okay, what young people need in Nigeria is money, and you just come with, no, sometimes it's an enabling environment. Young people want to be able to maybe talk freely. For instance, we know of what has happened with the Twitter ban in Nigeria. A lot of young people use that platform to make money. So it's just to ask them, how can we work together with youth? That's the first thing, and it's meaningful youth engagement. I feel that that's something that the government has not done. The government of Nigeria needs to listen to young people. We worked on a campaign last year to understand how COVID-19 has affected young people, and we did a survey across Nigeria. 212,000 young people responded to the survey. We used internet, we used Google Form, we used SMS, we use WhatsApp to reach out to young people, and they responded. So it's not about bringing everybody together, it's about ensuring that they are heard. Use the online platform to hear everybody. Then you can now invite some people as you stakeholders from probably we can start with different local governments, or we can start within the states. Let them convey together, and then you can now see a submission from youth. Because we did that when we finished that survey last year. We gathered 850 civil society organizations run by young people across Nigeria, and we selected 35 in each state, with looking at local government to say, this is what young people have said, does it tally with what you think? And then they said, yes, please add this, this is more important, this has not been said. And from what they said to us, we created a website called decentwork.ng. So what we are going to be doing with that decentwork.ng is that all opportunities in government that young people do not know about, you can find it from that site. So we were able to achieve this by listening to youth. So what government needs to do is listen, use online platform to aggregate responses from youth, then invite a few people to ask, does this tally? How can we make it better? I feel that's what the government needs to do. Young people, you need to believe in yourself. You have ideas, you have power, and if we can come together, we can make great change happen.
Zainab Ahmed, Voice TV, Nigeria.